Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Incentives and investment opportunities are discussed at a seminar by Special Economic Zone Authority at Duqm. The Ministry of Health denies registering of any case of Ebola disease and emphasizes again that the Sultanate is free from the disease. And Rafat Fund extends its services to the Governorate of South Sharqiya by opening a branch in the Wilaya of Sor in support of youth private projects. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. At an investment opportunity seminar for male and female entrepreneurs to invest in the zone, as well as numerous incentives and facilities provided by Special Economic Zone Authority at Duqm for investors at all levels are underlined. These comprise the host of tax exemption, right to benefit from lands in the zone, and many more. The authority aimed to convey to the investors and businessmen in the seminar its wide range of incentives and facilities, encouragement for domestic and foreign investment, developing Governorate of Al-Wusta, providing job opportunities for citizens, and diversifying sources of income. The already established projects in Special Economic Zone at Duqm had achieved numerous gains for business and work sector in the Sultanate and contributed to attract domestic capital as well as some foreign companies to work. The Ministry of Health confirmed that the Sultanate is free from Ebola disease and not registering any case for suspected case, denying what had been circulated through social media means of detecting cases of the disease at a number of health institutions in the Sultanate. An official source at the Ministry of Health said what had been referred to of receiving some cases of the disease at some institutions were only rehearsal training to make sure the preparedness of health institutions in the Sultanate and health personnel to deal with any suspected or diseased case. That came within national plans put up to face the Ebola disease and means of dealing with it. The source urged all to the necessity of receiving information from its reliable and trusted sources and not to spread or circulate unreliable rumors and news without confirmation from bodies concerned. 38 participants in the Seoul International Book Fair held in the Korean capital, Seoul, were honored during an honoring ceremony patronized by His Excellency Dr. Abdul Mun'ab bin Mansour Lahsani, Minister of Information. The Sultanate participated in the book fair as a guest of honor among 23 participating countries in appreciation of its leading role in the international arena and the good relations building the Sultanate and Korea. Numerous authorities were included in the honoring ceremony, particularly the Royal Orchestra, Omani Symphony, and Public Authority for Radio and Television. The Sultanate was represented in many aspects, mainly publication, authoring, music, arts, fashion, and history. Still to come in our news bulletin. Mountain trekking lovers and photographers have to climb Al-Kur mountain to reach and explore the beautiful greenery of Hayl al-Ajja area. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Within its concern to general certificate output and to qualify students in the Sultanate, the Ministry of Manpower and Occidental Oman signed today 40 student scholarships financed at technology colleges. The agreement stated that the company will finance 40 scholarships inside the Sultanate as from the current academic year 2014 to 2015, besides scholarship finance for limited income and social security families in specializations of oil, gas, and mechanical engineering worth 472,000 Omani riyals. Al-Ma'alma House in the Governorate of Dhofar embodies and portrays the intention given to the Omani traditional inheritance and carries a lot of tales and stories behind it. Most residents left the village of this unique house, except an old person whose name is Muhammad bin Awad, who refused to leave it. He was born and lived in it for more than 80 years. His ancestors built it and lived in it as well. It was founded by his grandfather Omar bin Mubarak in the 19th century. The house is characterized by long wooden windows, decorated doors, and internal sections reflecting the architectural design of the old houses of Dhofar. Muscat Securities Market MSM General Index today lost 2.63 points, comprising a decline by 0.03% to close at 7,545 points. The trading value today stood at 5.62 million Omani riyals, comprising a decline by 37.65% compared to the last session. The report released by MSM pointed out that the market value fell by 0.07% to reach about 15.64 billion Omani riyals. The report added that the value of shares bought by non-Omani investors reached 645,000 Omani riyals, comprising 11.48%. The value of shares sold by non-Omani investors reached 607,000, comprising 10.81%. Two competitions for the best product and marketing identity, as well as specialized workshops for farmers and dates merchants, were most important activities that will accompany the second Dates Festival. It will be organized by Public Authority for Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises Development in cooperation with the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth at the period from 14th to the 19th of October in the Wilaya of Nizwa. That was revealed by organizing committee in its meeting at the office of His Excellency, the Governor of Dakhiliya. The committee also discussed a number of related topics such as activities that will be held on the festival sideline. A fourth branch for Rafat Fund in the Sultanate was opened in the Governorate of South Sharqiya in the Wilaya of Sur, which will assist and support youth to establish their own projects and benefit from flexible progress loans and other related advantages. The Governorate of South Sharqiya is distinguished with the diversity of its economic activities, such as craft industries, agriculture, and fisheries wealth. The total number of funded projects in all over the Sultanate till now amounted to 809 at a cost of 25.7 million Omani riyals during the last 7 months. In the Governorate of North Sharqiya, the fund financed till now more than 37 projects at a cost of 1.8 million Omani riyals. Hil al-Ajja area at the top of Al-Kur mountain in the Wilaya of Bahla is distinguished with eye-catching greenery during the year as a result of the continuation of rainfall. A news team climbed the mountain to explore the virgin nature of the area that attracts mountain trekking lovers. At the mountainside, the visitor shall stop his vehicle and resume the trip by walking for around 1 kilometer. Some photography lovers were also there to take rare photos of this beautiful place. In preparation for Hajj or pilgrimage season, the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs organized in the Governorate of Dhahira a number of orientation programs on Hajj and Umrah rituals. These activities were part of guidance courses that talks about pillars of Hajj and its rituals. They targeted basically those who intend to perform Hajj this year. The courses and lectures included a practical explanation about this pillar of Islam through using a model for Holy Kaaba. They also talked about all issues related to Hajj and replied to all queries about it. Now for the general weather forecast. Cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar and nearby mountains with chances of intermittent drizzle and occasional rainfalls. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with chances of scattered rain over the Hajar Mountains and the nearby areas. Winds will be southerly to southwesterly moderate to active along the southeastern coast, while it will be southeasterly light to moderate over the rest of the Sultanate. Seas along the southeastern coast will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 3 meters. Along the rest of the coast, it will be moderate with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Incentives and investment opportunities are discussed at a seminar by Special Economic Zone Authority at Duqm. The Ministry of Health denies registering any case of Ebola disease and emphasizes again that the Sultanate is free from the disease. And Rafat Fund extends its services to the Governorate of South Sharqiya by opening a branch in the Wilaya of Soor in support of youth private projects. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.